Funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt full cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood. Funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt full cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood. Funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt full cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood. Funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt full cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood.
And we're live.
And we're back. I was not playing Sudoku on my phone.
Yeah, at least it was just Sudoku. Could have been way worse. Welcome to Underdog Journey. I'm Wes. This guy is David. David, how you been?
I'm good. People are messaging me.
You're a very popular guy.
Yeah, well, I send out the messages for the show, and John Calendar, it looks like they may be at the Jackets game. Yeah, they're at the Blue Jackets game. So
Oh, okay.
they said we're a little busy.
They
Should
are
tell
big
them
Blue
to.
Jackets fans.
Yeah,
I
they
get it.
are. I
It's all
mean,
about
it's
priorities.
hockey. Hockey's. I mean, I love football. I really do. But I mean, the most exciting sport to watch is hands down hockey.
Is it?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
dude, hockey is nonstop, balls to the wall action. I love it. Pucks,
All right.
pucks to the wall.
Look, I do know occasionally people get their throat slashed with the skates, and I guess a couple of years ago somebody had an eyeball pop out. I mean, that's kind of cool. I didn't see it,
Yeah,
but that'd be pretty. It's you don't see that in soccer very often.
I mean, whenever if somebody pushes somebody a little too hard in the NFL now, they're like, "Oh, whistle, blow the flag." I mean, we got to see LeBron, the baby James, literally stomp his feet like a toddler. It was last night or the night before on his basketball game when a play didn't go his way, and he threw a big tantrum. But in hockey, they're like, "We'll just let you fight it out, bro.
Right,
we'll
and that should be the
put
thing.
you guys in the sin bins afterwards, but we're gonna let you duke it out."
Right, and that should be every sport. They should just let them just duke it out for a few
Yeah,
minutes. You get
yeah,
3 minutes. Do as much damage as you can in 3 minutes. Afterwards, we'll see who's standing. So
yeah.
I'm okay with that.
People are like, well, football, they got helmets. I mean, they got sticks and knives on their feet in hockey, dude.
They literally
You're
have
just,
knives on their feet.
I mean, come on.
That's
Yeah,
pretty cool.
hockey hands down is the most exciting sport to watch. And if you ever get a chance to, if you get a chance to, the Nationwide Arena is over there in Columbus, is a pricey arena to visit. I'll give it that. They do a very good job at pricing things very high,
Oh yeah,
like their
they are.
drinks and beer and also their beer, and their beer is expensive.
It's
If
not.
I can drive that home just one
Yeah.
more time. Um, but the arena is actually really nice, and even for it being, I mean, it's a lot older than we want to admit that it is, right? But it's still a gorgeous and pretty
Sure.
pretty up to date modern arena. And again, you just you can't help yourself when you're there. The environment, even on times when they're not doing so great, like they have been for the past 25 years, it's still a really fun time.
Yeah, I haven't seen a hockey game in years, like plural years. So
Yeah.
I'm the guy who always complains it's too cold in there. It's like it's a room full of ice or something. I don't know what's going on. But it's you're right. It's they have knives on their feet. It's pretty exciting. So
It's a
I'd
great
rather watch
sport.
that than
So,
football any day of the week. By the way, Laura Elynes Black is here. Hey,
oh,
Laura.
is she? Oh, she's here. So I
She's
don't know
coming.
why, but I'm not seeing the comment. It literally comes up and says no comments yet.
No, she's here.
I'll refresh this over here.
So, David, how was your Thanksgiving?
Oh, it was good.
Did you do any Black Friday
There,
shop? No, you love Black Friday.
um, I so we did we go anywhere at all? I don't think we went anywhere at all. And the stores up here really, I would say they struggled rough this year in Black Friday and the weekend
I think a lot of stores
because
did.
we got hit with snow pretty
Okay.
bad, and it really muddled up some stuff. We did end up at the mall. I don't remember which day it was, and I tell you, the people in Central New York here. If I were a Southern, I'd be like, bless their hearts.
Oh no.
But I'm not.
Did they
These
just go
dumbasses, right?
batshit crazy?
Yeah, so I'm not a Southerner. So these dumbasses, right? They cannot park. They rough at driving. I mean, they barely can drive. But parking, I mean, you could just
If they can't see
see
the lines, they're just
they
everywhere.
they don't no. See, that's at least a semi excuse, but then you just kind of go off, and even if you're not on the lines, people kind of just stay relative
Where the
to the
lines
cars next
are.
to you.
Yeah, sure.
Not these folks, man. We have been at this exact mall, Destiny USA, where it has spiraled. It created a
Do that.
spiral, and we parked way out. Noah and I. This is a couple of years. It was actually shortly after we moved up here, so it'd been our first year in 22. I guess it would have been the winter of 22, and the January, February ish 22. And we're there at the mall, and we park way out because I look up and I'm like, oh my lord, I don't. And it was clear.
Yeah.
It was
You can see
clear.
the
It
lines.
wasn't like it was super you could see this, you could see the lines.
Yeah.
And I got a video somewhere on a phone or uploaded somewhere probably to my, OneDrive cloud, and it literally created a spiral, and I'm sitting there going, I don't even know how the hell you do that.
Yeah. How does that even work?
Yeah. So when people talk about crop circles and things like, how could they have created this even with modern technology,
It's
crop
just dumb
circles, and
people.
what's the other, the mounds, and how did they lay the pyramids with such exact never underestimate pure stupidity.
Right. So all that
Okay?
stuff is just made by dumb people who are like, I don't know. Okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
fair enough.
But they were trying to build a wall. It was supposed to just be a wall. and and they're like, "Oh shit, it's falling over. So let's move it a little bit."
There you go. Before you know,
And
you got
that's
a
what
pyramid.
happened. Yeah.
That kind of makes
But of
sense.
course yeah. Yeah. More sense than aliens.
Look, they're out there, David. They're out there.
They're out there somewhere.
Three Eye
So
Atlas.
hi mom. Now
Yeah,
that you got me rant about all that, she's like, "Man, I didn't raise him to be like that."
it took that much time just to get him to say hi, mom. So it's me that kind of show.
Yeah,
Nice ranting,
yeah.
rambling show. But the most important thing, David, what are you drinking, or what were you drinking? I see you just
Well,
need to top that off
this
there.
was just I've got the ice cube in here and I haven't poured yet, so I was just drinking the water out of the bottom of it
Got to hydrate. It's all about hydration.
because it's good. I got my water. I got my water right here.
There you go. That's a
Uh,
man's water right there.
yeah, and then I got my Blanton's right here.
Ah, okay. And there's no Matt here to complain about the Blanton's, so
And no, yeah, there's no hearing about Chernobyl runoff or whatever.
man, he hates Blanton's.
He really does. Like I said, I only know two people that don't like it,
Yeah,
and man, they do not like it.
right.
It
That's
is I mean, I think it's a perfectly acceptable bourbon.
it's okay. It's
Uh,
I'm joking. It's
I
pretty good.
I enjoy it quite a bit. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, to each their own. I don't ever make fun of anybody for not liking it, but what the hell is happening here?
Got a party at your house?
It was not working at all. It is now.
Oh, Nikki came in looking just cute as the button, by the way.
Like she does.
And she said it wasn't working, but it is now.
We're good now.
We're good now.
Good to know. I
Okay.
was worried about that. I'm glad it's working now.
And Penny's over here looking like a gremlin.
I'm sure a teenage girl loves hearing that from her dad.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she might cut me. I'm not sure.
You know what? If anybody would, I could totally see that. It's always the daughters. My daughter's insane.
Uh,
She's legitimately certifiable.
oh yeah, this one.
Seriously, if
Yeah.
if Penny and Catherine ever teamed up,
The world is in trouble.
it's gonna burn, man.
So, Wes, how was Thanksgiving?
Pretty good, pretty good. My current wife's family all lives local, so we go to my brother-in-law's house. He has a giant house out in Powell that we all fit in nicely. Plus, the best thing about doing Thanksgiving at somebody else's house is they get to do all the
Just
Christmas
leave.
cleaning up. You just leave.
You just
It's great. You
just
just when
leave.
you're done, you're like, okay, I just get to go home now. This is awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. So we don't have family up here. So it was just us. And what's funny is I bought a split unit, which is a heat pump for my garage.
Ah, okay.
And so I was installing it with Noah, getting it up and running. At the same time, coming in, washing the hands, doing the stuff, and cooking Thanksgiving dinner with Penny. So Penny was helping me with the ham, the turkey. She did 90% plus of the deviled eggs, and uh, I can't remember whatever else it was, but yeah, she helped me with it. So I was running in and out nonstop. Let's see.
Yeah.
Penny saw the stone, told me immediately she thought it was a cane, and you were so
I mean, look, it happens to the best of us.
I control her allowance. I'd like to remind.
I want, I'm kind of looking forward to the age where I get to have a cane. You get to have that cool pimp swagger. You get a cane with like a
Yeah.
sword in it. I mean, come on, that's pretty awesome. I'm into that.
There was an old guy that got in trouble with TSA shortly after they put in all the things because his sons bought him a cane, and the cane had a
Sure.
sword in it, and they didn't tell him.
Oh, he didn't even know. Yeah, that's a
He
problem.
didn't even know it was there.
That's a problem.
Yeah, so he got in a little bit of trouble about that. I remember reading it years. I mean, it's been a long, long time ago. So,
And Alan Lowe
yeah,
says deviled eggs. He knew he forgot something. Alan, how's it going, man?
definitely.
So, Alan, I got to meet Alan in New York. Super, super cool guy. So, thank you again, David, for introducing me to some amazing people out there in New York. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
Alan,
it was good.
it
New York
really good
City's
meeting you.
New York City's awesome. Now you know why I have so much fun down there.
Yeah, now I know why you keep going back. Like I'm
Yeah.
really looking forward to the opportunity when I get to go back.
Yeah, the customers I have down there, the clients I have down there are just top notch. And I mean, gee, many Christmas, some of those guys will keep me out till 2, 3 in the morning. Um, I mean, just straight up. And then they'll be like, all right, you're ready to give that presentation to this engineer at 9, right? I'm like, sure. I can't spell presentation right now, but let's do it.
Right. I'm cross-eyed and I can't stand up, but yeah, it'll be great, man.
Yeah, we're taking selfies in Times Square at 2:30 in the morning or something.
It was closer to 3 actually, but yeah, now I know why Alan lives there. But yeah, it was a lot of fun, man. I would never want to drive there. That was terrifying. But as long as
Y'all's.
Uber's around.
Wait, was it y'all's? No, it wasn't y'all's. Ewans's. No, what was it?
Use guys.
Use guys. That's what it was. It was use guys. I mean, I told this last week that we're literally not in the city for 45 seconds. He's like, use guys, got to get out of the way.
Use guys.
Use guys.
I can't speak to begin with, and then it just.
Oh, it was great.
I watched The Sopranos before I went out there. It was a whole thing. So.
Yeah.
But no, that was a lot of fun.
So I had, what was it? There was one night that somebody was like, hey, don't let David keep you out. What was funny is we were going through, everybody's like, oh, I was so wore out here. I got partied up and I did this. And there was that one linking, of the Venn diagrams. And
where it's always,
I don't know if I should, it's like,
it's always
who
David.
are you with?
Who's
it's always David. It's always David. Is like, oh yeah, I was with David. Oh, yeah, we were with David. And this one time I was with David. I'm like, oh shit, I'm a bad influence on people.
This should tell you something, David.
No, yeah, I'm a great time. I'm hell of a fun to be with and around.
You're a lot of fun to go out with. That's exactly what it is.
Yes, indeed. So West,
yeah.
What are you drinking? We talked about my Blantons. I heard you crack open a cold one over there, and you're drinking. It sounds like beer out of your Bourbonstein.
It's true. So I still have not been back to the liquor store in quite a while. So I'm having random beers I find in my fridge, which there are quite a few random beers from this collection and that, and just finishing those off. So I need to make a big trip to the liquor store soon. So what I need to do is go to New York, go to your place because that's where the good booze is. There's nothing
Oh
here.
man, they've got
Sucks, man.
s- so they've got a bottle, and I'm a little spendy, right? I mean, I'm not above spending a little bit of money for something nice, but they've got a bottle of white label Weller, but
Ooh,
it's $400, and
yeah.
I can't do it.
You can't take it with you.
Yeah, $250. I, I $250. That thing's in. I've already bought it, but four
Here's what
hundred
you do.
dollars. I mean,
Here's what you
that's
do.
just insane.
You take it to a good client dinner. You take some clients out to like one of the cigar places. You bring this bottle. Let your company pay for
No,
it. I'm
I will
joking.
not be doing that.
This is I was joking. Everybody watching and listening. I would never ever recommend doing something like that.
Yeah, I just had to explain buying bottles of booze on the expense reports. It's it happens. It does because I've got a couple clients. There's a Wisconsin. I got a client up in Wisconsin that they get a bottle of whiskey every year. The guy who started the tradition left the company, and I'm kind of the I don't want to say I'm kind of the guy behind him, but
Sure.
it kind of fell out. And when I brought him back, he was talking about it. I was like, "Oh yeah, you're the one," and he's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Oh, I'll see if I can revive the tradition." So um I'll send stuff to them. So occasionally I actually do buy bottles. It's much easier just to take somebody out for drinks. It's so
Yeah.
much easier.
Kidding. No doubt.
Yeah,
Oh man. So David,
so much easier.
you ready for some news?
I'm ready for news, man.
I got some news. I found some stuff. Let's
Let's go for news. All right, over under
oh.
3. I'm setting the line at 3. So if there's 2 or lower, West wins.
Okay.
If there's 3, it's a push, and if there's 4 or more, I win, whether they have anything to do with AI.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Alan says he'll be your client.
Okay.
Fair. Yeah, look, Alan, let's make it happen. Let's
So
do
I just found out. Alan, I just found out one of my good friends up here, Bill, his wife, she works for the same company you do. And she was just down in New York for one of their projects a few weeks ago. So
there you
I'll
go.
get more
Small world.
details. We'll talk.
Small world. All right, so AI. All right, let's see what we got here
Yeah.
first. It's there might be a bit of a lag
Let's see
because
what we got.
what I've discovered is there's so many ads on these news sites that that's what causes most of the lag that we see whenever I bring up the news. So this is good. I thought this is kind of a cool one. It's 40,000-year-old symbols found in caves worldwide, maybe the earliest written language. I also saw the movie Prometheus, and it kind of sucked, but I'm glad that they're doing news about it now.
Um, what's the site over there? I think it's in Turkey that they're just googling over.
Go
But
Beckley
Turkey won't let
Beckley
anybody
Tepe.
go in. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, Göbekli Tepe.
I'm not saying it's
And
aliens,
the
but it's aliens.
every time I see something, yes, it's it. And I'm just looking at during a couple of administrations, there's been tons of children going missing down in these call them holding cells,
Ouch.
and I'm like, are we sending these to the Anunnaki? I mean, what's happening here? I mean, if we're gonna
Look,
chase a rabbit, man, let's chase this rabbit down this crazy hole and
look,
see if we can tie a knot on it.
David. Have you tried
David,
adrenochrome? Have you tried adrenochrome? It's delicious.
adrenochrome.
Never. All right,
No,
more conspiracy
no.
theory stuff. It's
Oh, okay.
you really don't want to know. Google it later.
I really don't.
Google
It's
Google
it's
it
it's
later.
bad enough. The
You,
stuff
you
that
mentioned
the stuff that
children going missing. It's a
trickles
whole
through
thing.
to me.
It's very dark.
Oh, okay.
Very dark joke.
Oh, yeah, I don't want to do that.
You don't want
So 40,000-year-old symbols.
around the
I
world
mean,
in North America, South
around the
America, Africa, Asia. They're finding the same symbols everywhere in the world. And if you look at
now,
some of these symbols they're finding
okay,
around the
let's see
world,
the symbols.
they
Let's see the symbols.
these are it's kind of like how every culture has pyramids. It's basically the easiest shape to make. Um,
Ooh,
So they're claiming that there's
Yeah. Well, that's what that
I found it
you were
interesting.
going exactly where I was planning to
I
go.
knew where you were going with
You're
that,
like,
and I agree with you.
oh, that's the it's how did these pre-civilization explorers and wanderers all share a common language unless the easiest thing to do is make a line in a circle or a line in a square.
Exactly.
And the easiest way to stack rocks to keep them from falling down on top of your head is in a pyramid.
How could all of these shapes simultaneously create a
Ah,
triangle?
yeah, I
So,
don't even know.
look, I found it. I found the article interesting, and somebody's making a shit ton of money studying this stuff. I just want to know how I can
Yeah.
get in on that racket. I want to know.
Yeah.
Somebody's making a lot of money, man. That's what it comes
All
down
right,
to.
there we go.
All right,
Hey,
next.
there it is. I had to refresh my screen over here to get all of the Alan, you didn't have any devil. I'm sorry, I gotta take this back because I had to refresh the screen and now it's
You
coming up
missed
with all the
Alan's deviled eggs
comments.
comment.
I missed out. You didn't make deviled eggs. This is I don't
Alan,
friendship over.
Alan, I didn't even know you were a deviled egg connoisseur. Now I'm really coming back to New York because I love deviled eggs.
So, okay, well, you live not very far from probably one of the best, if not the best freaking deviled eggs I've ever
What?
had.
You're being
And
serious.
there's a place called dead serious. There's a place called Firebirds. It's a national chain.
I know.
As
I've
far
been
as
to
bang
Firebirds
for
once with
your
you.
buck steakhouse,
I've been there once with you. I
yeah,
didn't know they did deviled eggs.
they're deviled eggs, dude, bruh, bro. It's no 6-7. It's crazy good.
All right. It's no. It's
All
totally.
right,
It's not. It's. Is it cap or is it
no,
not?
no
I
cap,
don't even know. No
no,
cap.
it's no cap, no cap,
So next time
no
you come
cap.
back to
They're
Columbus,
awesome.
we're gonna have to try deviled eggs at Firebirds.
Oh
Alan,
yeah,
come
yeah,
to
yeah.
Columbus.
Oh
Come to Columbus
no,
when David comes into town. We'll do deviled eggs
yeah.
and steaks for some reason. They seem like they'd pair well together. And I'm
Yeah,
in.
that's where I learned about steak and tots. And I'll do steak and tots here
I gotta admit,
because
your steak and tater tots, those were
steak
pretty
and
awesome.
tots, man.
Those were pretty awesome, man.
Steak and tots are great. Okay, so I can now actually see the symbols you were talking about.
Yeah.
And yeah,
I don't know how they could have
yeah,
done all of these cultures
I
simultaneously, creating a line or a circle.
yeah,
It's got to be aliens. I think it's aliens. Next piece of news.
yeah.
Let's see if it's
It's
AI.
funny the squiggly one that looks like a snake. There's none of them on Ireland.
See, see. Well, yeah, there is in
Uh,
Ireland one that looks like a bottle of whiskey. It's weird. I don't know how
yeah.
that
It
happened.
says it looks like a Guinness.
All right, I'm just gonna close
Oh,
these.
there's one that looks like a car bomb.
Yikes! Hey, Irish car bombs are awesome.
Oh,
Have you had one?
um. Well,
Next
I
piece
mean,
of
I
news.
survived.
Google starts sharing all of your text messages with your employer. David, since you love Android phones so much, this is great news. So, if you have a if you have a company Android device, they are now going to share all of your text messages. In fact, all of your phone's data, including private messages, with your employer. So, just don't Google porn on your work phone. That's my advice.
Yeah, my work phone is for work. Absolutely for work.
Oh, Alan says he's gonna make his famous deviled eggs. So, Alan, I didn't know they were famous. Now
Oh,
you
famous.
totally have to come. We're gonna make this happen.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah. Yeah. We'll set you up with a kitchen.
You know, what we
We're
should
gonna fly Alan in just to make deviled eggs.
You know what we should do, David? You mentioned you know a couple people with some actual restaurant kitchens. We should do a show from a kitchen. You
Yeah.
make your steaks. You show your technique for doing the steaks. Alan can come in, do his world famous deviled eggs, and I will sit back and do absolutely nothing because I can't cook at all. I'll make ramen noodles. I make a hell of a ramen noodle.
Sounds like somebody's trying to get a free meal out of this.
You know me too well.
It's good stuff. It's good stuff
I'm
though.
just hungry.
I
That's
do
all.
like the idea. I would that was one of my things I wanted to do with the channel. I think I still have it. Is you got to have a hobby.
Yeah.
Just going around and doing things that people have as hobbies. I
Imagine
still
for
think it'd be
like your first
great.
channel.
It's like Dirty Job. It's like Dirty Jobs, which is a great show, but for people who don't want to just be disgusting all the time.
You don't want to dig deep.
But
unless that's your hobby.
Yeah, I don't wanna do through slop and grease and muck and you know, I've worked in stuff that's I've been through, paper boards, which is where they recycle cardboard and whatnot,
Terrible.
and sewage treatment plants and all. I mean, I've
No,
been through all of that. I'm good. I'm good.
no,
I've
yeah,
served my time. Let me have a hobby that's like, "Hey, today we're gonna learn how to bake make crème brûlée. Make sure your water bath is there. I'm gonna share a secret of vanilla bean right after this." Really, the idea is just take the vanilla bean, put it in the sugar, then you have a vanilla sugar. Anyway, Google is sharing all of your text. Now, let's be fair. We're saying the word private, but is it really when it's their phone on their plan
right. I'm not
and
saying they're
they
doing
own
anything. I'm
100% of
not
it?
saying they're doing anything shady or illegal. I'm just saying if you're using a company Android device, just know text messages are no longer private. They had been up until now, but they will
Yeah.
no longer be. So
Yeah.
buyer user
Luckily
beware.
we're all iPhones, so that's what I've always said. You'd have to pay me to use an iPhone, and they do, so
And
I
they
use it.
literally pay you to use an iPhone.
They literally pay me to use the iPhone, and I've
Oh,
looked. I've checked around to see if there's one available, like an Android that's available. Um, at this point, I don't care.
right. It's not like you're
I use
texting
that
me
thing.
stuff on your work phone anyway. Like if actually, here's my advice: if you're using your work device, laptop, phone, anything for anything other than work, you deserve to
Stop.
get caught because you're stupid. Don't use your work
Yep.
device
Stop.
for anything but work, ever.
Yeah. Here's the only thing I'll do is I will go to Indeed
Yep.
or some of the employment sites or some direct competitors' websites
Yeah.
and talk into their careers portals. I'm not really interested, but I like to make sure that they know that I can
That's funny. Yeah. I mean,
because
look, just to let them know
yeah,
you're open to ideas. Alan says nothing's private
yeah,
if it's company phone. Absolutely. You'd be surprised how many really stupid people are out there, though. I'm always
yes.
surprised. I shouldn't be, but I always am.
I always want to not be. I don't know how that works out, but
It's yeah.
yeah.
All
Here
right.
we go.
Let's
Let's
see if
see.
I have any AI news next. Let's see what we got going on. David's got the under
Yeah, we're over 2.
over two. Let's
If
see.
he hits this, it's either a push.
Here
Oh,
we go.
I love this. I've texted it
Raccoon
to so many people like, "Hey, I found my spirit animal."
Raccoon goes on drunken rampage in Virginia liquor store and passes out on the bathroom floor. I got the photo and everything. That's awesome. I love it.
Oh, that is good. That is
That's my
good
kind of
stuff right there.
raccoon, man.
That is from the and this is from the AP nonetheless. This is the best reporting they've done in years.
Right. Hilarious. I want to see the
Oh,
video. I
man.
want to see their surveillance video of this raccoon.
So they've got let's scroll down
So
because
there's a
there
photo.
are a couple of
It's not in this article.
shots of oh, it's not in this article.
It's
Okay.
not in this
So
article.
there are a couple of shots of the bottles and stuff busted off the thing where he was getting drank.
Yes,
And I
obviously he was pushing the bottles off the shelves so they'd break, and he was slurping the booze off the floor, which I can also relate to. And I this is where it ends up. We've all been there. New
we've
York
all
was a
been there,
lot of fun, man.
passed out, ready to throw up, got a trash can to my left and a toilet to my right.
That's exactly it.
We call that hanging out with Dave. I was not there. I was
this
not partying with this raccoon. It
this
wasn't
raccoon's
my
like
fault.
I'm never going out with Dave again. No,
I'm
it's not
never
gonna happen.
partying with Dave again.
His raccoon's wife's calling him. You're not allowed to hang out with David anymore.
Dude, there are people that I'll call them or I'll text them and their wives will be like, he's not allowed.
I know this. I know.
He's not hanging out.
When you lived locally,
Like,
every time we went out,
hey, what happened? I left.
go ahead.
Yeah.
No,
No,
I was
I
gonna
was
say.
I was I was waiting on you. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say every time you and I would go out before you left town, uh, my current wife would be like, make sure you guys get an Uber home. Make sure you're okay to drive later because she knew exactly what was gonna happen every single time, Dave. Every
No
single
idea what
time.
she's talking about.
This raccoon, this is exactly what would happen every single time.
Yeah, that's it right there.
At least he made his way to the bathroom. I mean, at least he didn't just like
I
pass out.
know.
Like, that's pretty
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah. At least he wasn't on carpet, right? If he
Oh,
throws up, it's on tile. It's much easier to clean up.
he's gonna have a hell of a headache later. He's gonna have a hangover.
Oh man. I mean, I'm hoping somebody gave him some Tylenol. I
Right?
don't
Maybe
think you can give him ibuprofen,
can
but
you give a
some
raccoon
Tylenol,
ibuprofen? I
he'd
don't know.
probably appreciate that.
I bet he
I
wishes he
don't
was
think
a
you
hat right
can.
now.
Let's. I know. I'm going to ask the AI here. Hold on a second. Can you give a raccoon ibuprofen?
Let's see what Siri says.
No, absolutely not. You should not give a raccoon ibuprofen.
It's funny that they have the answer.
Uh,
Alan says it's always when David's in town. So Alan, is it true that you and the other guys that
is
were
it
in the
true?
group, uh, uh, you prepare when you know David's coming into town? Like you gotta extra hydrate when you know he's coming into town. You know, stock up on ibuprofen and Tylenol, and maybe like go to one of those make an appointment ahead of time for those IV hydration places. So if you do, I wouldn't blame you. David's
I
coming in.
have never
Got to
used
plan.
one of
Got to
those.
plan ahead.
I've I've been with people that are like, "Oh, we should do that." I'm like, "I'm fine. Are you okay?"
Oof.
It's like the fifth time you've brought that up.
Look, you don't.
Like, I think we can.
Not everybody can hang with you, David. That's it takes a special individual.
Just just drink water.
David, David, I have been out with you, and I've seen you in the morning at times when you're like, I'm hurting, man. Even you can't keep up with you sometimes. I know this
Yeah,
for
there are
a
some times.
fact.
Yeah, mainly it's at this point in my life, it's just because I'm tired. I want to go to bed. Like just I want to go to sleep. I want to be like that raccoon, just passed out.
Just find a
Just
bathroom
let
someplace
me sleep.
passed out.
Yeah, nice cold tile floor, just out.
He says he lives in New
Oh
York.
man.
He's used to drinking too much. Yep, I get it. I totally get it. New York's fun, man.
Uh,
There are plenty of really good places to drink. You're gonna go broke doing it, but you will. There are lots of good places to drink.
it's a good
All right.
time though.
Let's see. Next
Good
one. Will the
time.
next one
All
be
right,
a?
so that was the push. That was the push. There's well, I don't know how many there are. Well, that is the push because I said 3 is the push. So I lost. There we're at the push. If we have this, is this AI?
This is on the edge of AI. The edge. Viral video claims Chinese spy robot patrolling near Indian border. So apparently, um, there were a bunch of Indian guys hanging out on the border with China, and they spotted what seems to be an AI a robot, a Chinese, AI driven army robot, military robot, patrolling the border. So it's interesting. It's sort of AI adjacent, I guess. Let's see if I can get into the story.
Maybe it probably could just be a. Where was it? Where was it? Was it Pakistan or um,
It was on the border with
Bamistan or
India and
one of those guys over there? One of those people that.
actually, I think it was
No,
was
no,
it
no. There was other people. There's other people. Maybe Turkey. I don't know. That no, they just launched their AI robots, and it was just people dressed up as robots.
oh
Who was that?
oh that's really
Like
funny.
we don't know.
Yeah,
This isn't just a Chinese person.
well
Just
I
stuff
know one of the
just stuck
Chinese
down
robots
inside
did
of a
that.
thing.
I know one of the
Um,
Chinese robots actually was like that, where the team like, oh, we're gonna prove it's a robot. We're gonna cut off part of the mesh webbing covering the exoskeleton, and they cut it up to like the one of the legs up to the
yeah,
knee, and they let it continue walking. Like that couldn't have possibly been somebody with a prosthetic leg doing a robot walk. Like it might have been a robot. A lot of people think it wasn't, but maybe it's one of these AI Indian war robots. I don't know.
so
Alan says it's age. You're just getting old, David.
robot on show at Russian. There we go. A robot on show at Russia state sponsored event turned out to be a man dressed in a costume. So
I
the
didn't see that one. That's
Russian
pretty funny.
robot station.
Hilarious.
Oh,
Hilarious.
it's so awesome. There was another one. There's somebody else too. There's somebody else too, other than Russia that just literally they had like 4 or 5 of them people. And they're just people. You could look at it and just say, "Oh yeah, that's just a guy inside a suit."
That's really
No, it was bad.
actually. I
It
recently
was
saw.
very
I
very
forget
bad.
what trade show it was. There was a car trade show in I think it was Japan, and they had a lady dressed up like a robot, and they like had prosthetics all over it. And the way she was like moving, like they trained this lady how to do the robot because if you didn't know better, you would be like, "That's a really realistic looking robot." Because it even moved like a robot. But
Yeah,
apparently it was a chick in a robot costume. But yeah, I don't know.
yeah.
There's an
Yeah.
OnlyFans for
There
everything.
is some there are Yeah, I'm gonna say there's some nerds like, "Shut up and let me give you my money," or something like that. It's like, "Shut up and take my money." Yeah,
Right.
that's it. That's the words I was looking for.
So the really funny thing is every single time there's a new video of anybody releasing a new video of a robot, and even that Russian one that fell over for absolutely no reason. Every single time there's a new robot on the market, one of the very first comments every single time is, "But can you have sex with it?" Like that's
Yeah,
one of the very first comments every single time.
it is common.
That's
I mean,
the
it's like, I believe there should be a person and it should rotate. It's like the lottery. Like, during this day, while you're on social media, your only reply is your mom. That's it. That's all
yes,
you're allowed to
yeah.
say. So you're just looking for places, and you're on the site. Oh, your little ding goes off. Hey, on this, the only reply you're allowed to put is your mom. Like that's it. I mean, there needs to be that guy. That's how we fix the world. That's how we heal. Is your mama jokes, right? I mean, that's the only way forward.
So years ago, there was an app that came out, and it actually made millions of dollars in ad revenue. But it was the dumbest idea, easiest idea, but also dumbest idea. It was basically a social media app where you could text, but you could only text one word. You could text "yo" to anybody on your list at all times. I could text you, and it would
Oh,
say
dude,
"yo."
yo,
You could text me back. It was "yo." It was the "yo" app, and man, it made
yeah.
millions in ad revenue, and it died within a year. But you could have the same thing.
Well,
It'd be
hey,
the your mom app. You just text your mom to somebody. They text your mom back,
that's awesome.
or no, or like maybe
Yeah.
do like a random your mom joke, like
Hey,
your
did you
mama.
check your moms today? Oh yeah, I got like 5 your moms today. Yeah,
Exactly. Let's
your
make it
mom.
happen. We can do
It's
that.
great.
All right. Let's see the next one.
That's
Now,
good stuff. Right, there we go.
this next one, I know it's
Yeah.
not AI.
I'm not gonna back that one.
This next one, we don't do politics on this show, but I had to bring this up because it's such a big thing, I think. The Ministry of Justice in the UK is removing the right to a trial by jury for almost every single case on its docket, except for the major ones. So unless it's like a major national story, a major like multi death thing for like serial killers or something, they're removing jury trials for everyone. No more jury trials in England. The country that has literally thousands and tens of thousands of people right now locked up for writing hurty words on Facebook and Twitter is removing jury
Yeah,
trials. That's going to work
yeah,
out well for
yeah.
everybody. We don't do politics, but I had to bring it up. I'm sorry. Yeah. Hey, everybody's still
I'm
on
just
your
saying, if you side with the Vikings, you could probably take it back, guys.
I'm just saying,
But
man.
you gotta be that level.
You gotta.
Anyway, moving on
Moving on. Let's not do politics.
before we all go get Valhalla tattooed across our chests and
Here's a good one.
you
Oh,
know,
here's AI.
start a crusade. Let's see. Here we go.
Davey's
We
gonna
got
like
some
this
AI.
AI.
So I'm
The
already down.
the number of people using AI at work is suddenly falling, and I think we can all guess why. Because people are a lot too many people have gotten in trouble for turning in AI work that's obviously AI or obviously wrong because of AI hallucinations. So I
Yeah.
can't believe people are surprised by this, but the AI boom might actually be beginning to end.
So
There's
we've
always
got the
going to be a
boom.
place
I have
for
a
it.
slight bust. Yeah, I mean, I still use it. Hell, I use it more now because I can have it doing certain things and I can go on doing the, complicated stuff. But I know better than to just copy and paste. So yeah.
Yeah, and most people do that. Most people will just copy and paste
Yeah.
whatever ChatGPT tells them without
Yeah.
realizing, oh, wait, this is pulling 3-year-old data and most of it's hallucinated. There's a place and time for AI, but the
Alan
whole
says
thing where
boo.
people,
Is he booing the AI boom and bust, or is he booing the can you have sex with robot thing? I don't even know.
well, I think his comment gross was the sex with AI robots.
Oh,
I think
oh,
boo may have been
but he's
for
curious.
no more jury trials in England.
Oh, possibly.
Or he's not a
Possibly.
fan of people no longer using AI. That could be too.
I don't know. Yeah.
But yeah,
Gross.
I think AI, like
I'm gonna
everything
have to
else,
refresh
it's a
my
tool. There's a time and a place for it. But I'm not
yeah,
surprised
you're a
that
tool.
its use in workplaces is suddenly dropping off. He
Need
said
more
yes. So
comments.
yes to everything we just said. I totally agree.
Yes.
Thanks, Alan.
And there we go. Yes. So he wants to know more about the sex with a robot thing.
I mean, don't we all?
Yes. No.
Look. Have you ever asked any AI a random question, and the first response is, "Hey, that's a really great insight. You could be changing the world with this idea. Let's explore that further."
Oh yeah.
Even if it's a completely batshit crazy, dumbass
Yeah.
idea. Now imagine how complimentary that AI is also going to be
Oh.
during extracurricular activities with a robot.
Hold on. Yeah. Yeah. Hold on a
You know what I
second.
mean? Like it's going to be really complimentary.
I just opened up Chat GPT here. I got it. I'm rocking 5.1.
Okay.
Let's explore.
He says jury trials.
Oh, jury trial. Okay. Let's explore the possibility that our world exists on the back of what do you call it? Interstellar turtle?
A giant space turtle, and which is it's true. I mean, prove or not,
In a
really.
back of a giant interstellar space turtle. All right, let's see. Okay,
Is it complimentary?
this is what's gonna bring back. I haven't hit enter yet. This is what's gonna bring back the AI boom. Let's
Okay,
see.
let's see. Let's see.
Absolutely. Let's explore it seriously, creatively, and scientifically all at once.
And scientifically,
Oh, did it kept saying if our world exists on the back of a giant interstellar space turtle, here's how cosmology would be constructed, feel internal consistent, even with some speculative physics. Turtle as a cosmic megastructure, gravity while we're not falling off of the shell, localized gravity field generator, shell curvature gravity. I should copy this and send this over to you for your space turtle
it's not me.
site.
It's not me. I just happen to be a fan of the Turtle Earth Society. Everybody who's
Yes.
interested,
Oh yeah.
go to find the Turtle Earth Society on Instagram, and it's gonna change your entire paradigm
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
understanding the universe.
It totally wasn't made by Wes to trip us up on is this a real, what was it? Real conspiracy theory or a made up
Or made
conspiracy theory? So he made up a fake conspiracy theory, which made it real and has
now
a
it's a real
whole
conspiracy theory.
Instagram follow and has an Instagram following for Turtle Earth
Actually,
Society.
it's a small following, but it's growing. It's a growing following of Turtle
Dude,
Earth.
if you add this stuff that they just gave me here, that the GPT gave me, it will grow even more.
There you go, man.
But that's it. Yeah, that's it. How chummy is ChatGPT.
Right.
So
And
yeah.
this is also one of the dangers of using AI in the workplace. So it's no wonder that a lot of people are no longer using it at work. Again, there's a time and
Yeah.
a place, but maybe most of your work should not be done by ChatGPT.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on.
Yeah.
Let's see what else we got here.
I use it to help me with phraseology.
Which is a totally real word.
I use it to help me. It is. And I lost that bet wildly. Against West. I mean, for all things, even Christmas, I was wrong. And I mean, that's how infrequent I'm wrong is we're talking about it here years later.
Look, I don't always have a good vocabulary, but when I do, my phraseology is on point. So here's
It's
one
on
that none
point.
of us could have predicted. Meta to cut up to 30% of the metaverse budget because it's stupid. They left that part out. That should be parentheses because it's stupid.
That should, because to be fair,
Fair.
there you go. You had to do it or I couldn't move on.
Yeah.
Yeah, what you said. I mean, you encapsulated that specifically. I mean, it was not a good idea.
Like
There was Third Life or Second Life or whatever it was.
Yeah.
There's The Sims. There's Leisure Suit Larry. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff out there to escape reality. Oh, you got that one, did you?
it's it's a classic, man. It's a classic.
It is a classic. But what I don't understand why they tried to put so much, and 30% of the budget seems awfully low to cut to
They
me.
sunk a lot of money into the Meta.
Yeah.
They changed the name of the company to Meta because
Meta.
they thought the metaverse was going to be the future of this company. That's how dedicated they were. Like dude. Remember when Zuckerberg put out the whole that trailer for the metaverse, and it had their little avatars running around doing things, and they had these private spaces that they could decorate with all the NFTs they bought, and it looked like Nintendo Switch level graphics for all the
Yeah,
weird little avatars, and
yeah,
everybody was losing their shit. People who didn't understand technology were like, "This is the future. We're living in the. This is gonna be amazing. We're basically in the Matrix now with
Ready Player One.
16-bit graphics." And I'm just sitting back like, this is the dumbest thing ever. Because
Yeah,
first of all, you got to buy this, 50 at the time it was like $1,500 for the headset. This gigantic headset that's like bigger than your head wrapped around with this giant battery pack with these big tubes, power cords going down to it. You got to walk around in public with this dumb thing on. And like the technology's not there yet. It's maybe in the
no,
future it'll be there. When it's seamless, like when it can be built into your body, or like contacts that you can't see or feel or know they exist, and all this stuff is there. Maybe then,
yeah. I
maybe.
tried the Meta glasses with the display in them,
Yeah,
and I want them, but I'm not in a rush. I'll get them sometime.
they're neat.
I
I
mean,
no, no,
they
they're
well,
neat. So by the way, Richie Slack says hello. Hope all is well.
what
And
up?
Alan
What
says
up, dog?
there's a lot that AI can do for your work. The challenge is learning how to use it effectively. Absolutely. I'm glad you said effectively, not efficiently. You've been hanging out with David too long, but you're totally right.
No, he's a good man. Good man. Hope all is well. Actually, hope all is well on your end too, Richie. Um, yeah. I've got I think chapter 1 in the books ready for revision
Oh, cool.
of the of my anti-efficiency book that I'm putting together.
I will. You know what? I want a first printing of that book. I will totally buy that.
So I just had a buddy. He was like, I got a bunch of reams of paper. I'm like, yes, I need them. Say, I need paper, so I got to steal my laser printers upstairs. I'm stealing it back down here so I can print and go through and do the whole thing. And then once I get it here, then I'll have it, probably spiral bound at first so that I can hand it out to a couple people
Right.
to get critiques on and their thoughts. But yeah, chapter 1 is done. I think it's shaping up to be a reasonably, for those books, I mean, getting up to 100 pages is pretty big, maybe 150. This is shaping up to be a little bit bigger than that, a little bit.
That's gonna be
If
awesome, man.
I
We
if
need to
I
do a
if I
whole
stay on the trend that I am.
we should do a whole show later on self-publishing a book. That's pretty
Well,
cool. But so back to the
yeah.
meta cutting the metaverse. So you said you tried the Meta Ray Bans. I haven't tried those on yet. Now that's you don't get the full AR experience with that. What's that? Explain what it's like wearing those.
So there's two different versions of them. One is just, you can record stuff and it can play some music, answer phone calls, and do things. It's kind of cool. But the one I want is the one that has a display in it.
Mhm.
The big thing for me was because I got terrible hearing. I'm stone deaf on one side, have decent amount of hearing loss on the other side. You can look at somebody, and as they're talking, it'll actually transcribe it right up on a screen. So you can
See,
just sit and
that's
read,
useful.
like freaking subtitle. I got
That's
subtitles for people.
see if they can
And
build
then if
that.
I wanna play if I wanna like, "Oh, those guys look like they're fighting over there. Look at that man, look at that woman," and I can just sit here and stare at them and just have it'll
And it just
transcribe.
records the thing, right? Now, look, if they can ever build that into like a low profile, like my normal glasses, just these, like not these giant, battery packs on the sides, just like low profile, looks like normal glasses, and I can still get like, transcripts of what's happening, or like if I can look at somebody and like it gives me like profile information on the person while I'm looking at them, like sci-fi level stuff, like that's
Yeah.
kind of cool, and I think it's in the future. I don't think the technology is there yet.
Well, the technology is there. Let me share that with you first of all. The
Okay,
technology is all there.
okay,
The glasses themselves are self-contained. They have the batteries are built into the sides, and let's just say that I'm less than thrilled about having lithium-ion battery strapped to my head.
strap to your head.
But yeah, but it is what it is, and all the technology's there. It's getting it all to hook and pull together. Plus, at what level are we talking? privacy wise here, because if you're out on the street, you don't get a say. If you're walking down the street and somebody IDs you from any software, anything, it doesn't matter. You don't get a say. That
Yeah.
you have no right to privacy, and there's no presumed or expected privacy when you are in
that's
public.
actually
But
law
is
right
the
now.
glasses going to know when you walk into a place that is private? No, the glasses are not going to know.
Well, they
that.
can.
So, I mean,
that's that. Well, that technology already exists. Geofencing. That's simple.
well, there's geofencing, but now we're talking about pulling more hooks in, and who can set it up. Now, what if they try to geofence something that is public, and how does that give? It's a whole thing. So all the technology is there. It's just making it all work together.
Right, and that's the trick, and that's the real trick. By the way, Alan,
We should
Alan
ask
says, he'd love to be a first reviewer of your book. As would I.
Yeah,
And David,
yeah,
says, homies.
What's that?
David Rowland also says homies.
Okay, cool. Let me scroll. I don't know why, but my computer is not allowing me to see.
Yeah, you're not seeing the comments. Weird.
I'm not seeing the comments.
Everybody watching and listening,
I
are
gotta
you
keep
able to see
refreshing.
what's happening?
Yeah.
Sometimes we get lag and I don't realize it, so let me know. But
I don't know what the hell's happening. Oh well.
But are you sad to see?
I'll do my best.
Are you surprised to see the metaverse go?
No, and only cutting 30% of the budget seems awfully low to me. For
I would have expected keep 30%.
70. Yeah, that's exactly. I would invert it on this and said cut 70%, run 30%, run in the background, let it build, and then someday we may get to Ready Player One status.
Yeah, again, the technology has to be there.
And if you own the backbone, that all of the Ready Player One world lives on,
right?
Well, guess what? You own the world at that point. So
right, and that's
I would say stay investing it, but I would invert that and go 70 cut 30 and let them grow from there, and tell them to be more efficient.
Well, so David Rowland gave us a clue. He says ask AI. I think that was about a previous point. But look, I think that's one of the reasons why these companies are banking big on more advanced AI platforms. Now, I'm with you, David. I don't think they're actually intelligent. It's just really, really good language models. But the first large language model that can simulate a high enough level of intelligence to design a platform that can be all-encompassing like that, that's the winner. And I think that's what they're after. When they talk about these artificial superintelligences, they're not necessarily concerned about it, taking over the world and hacking into nuclear complexes. They actually want to develop a platform that can build other stuff that can then help them rule the world through better technology. And that's what it's all about. And that's the reason OpenAI and different governments around the world are sinking so much money into AI. It's not to build a better chatbot. It's so that better chatbot can design better technology.
Yeah. So NVIDIA, which most of these, all of these AIs run on, I think they just bought into. Let me see. I want to check it out. They just bought into a AI company. NVIDIA.
Because NVIDIA makes all the chips that the big AI companies use.
Yeah.
NVIDIA makes the chips that the Chinese government is desperately trying to totally legitimately buy from dealers around the world for their DeepSeek platform, which is absolutely not a room
Synopsys.
for random people.
Yeah.
Synopsys. I don't know Synopsys.
So yeah, NVIDIA just invested $2 billion in the chip design and automation company Synopsys.
Oh, chip design.
So that's
it's not a platform. It
is the AI platform. It's the AI it was what they're after. But they're not
a chip manufacturer that solely works on developing chips for AI platforms, is what it sounds like.
So the deal is non-exclusive, meaning Synopsys can still work with other chip makers like AMD and Intel. Jensen Huang, I think his name is, clarified the investment is technology upgrade, is not a commitment. Says it's not a commitment for Synopsys to purchase NVIDIA GPUs. Wink, wink. I love those. I love those. I love those when the CEO of somebody that's like massive, like it's not a handshake deal to buy NVIDIA. chips from
sorry, there's something
us.
over here. I can't.
They feel
It's
they could be free to purchase from AMD if they want, or Intel.
right.
Yeah,
Hilarious.
no.
Somebody's making a shit ton of money. That's what
Yeah,
it comes down
I'd like
to.
to be the guy. I'd like to be the salesman just before Christmas that landed that
Oof.
freaking sale. Gee,
Oof.
Christmas. Whew.
Wow. You are not kidding, man. You're not kidding. All right, last piece of news. Is it going to be
Ah,
AI? Is it not? Let's see what we got going here.
it is. It is.
Last piece
It
of news
is.
is AI. Let's see what comes up.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Jaguar rolls out its future
Oh, look at there.
in a new color right after firing the man behind it. So the head of design for the new Jaguar, has been fired. Poor baby, did such a great job. They let him go, and then to save the
Jaguar.
company, they decided to roll out a brand new color. That's going to save the company.
Have they built a car in the last 3 years?
No, they're Jaguar. Why would they build a car?
Yeah.
Right. So let's
How?
see. I forget.
So I know they've made a couple of the SUVs.
No, yeah. So Jaguar, Land Rover Jaguar, whatever. Tatas. They still make the Land Rovers. They still make the Tatas and the Land Rovers. But that's a terrible. I hate that name so bad. And but they've stopped making Jaguar, and they're going to stop making. I think until 2027 or 28. They're completely retooling all of their factories, rebuilding everything, and they're supposedly dedicating themselves full bore into the EV market. All Jaguars moving forward will likely be EVs, according to all news coming out. And the lead designer, and entire marketing team have been asked to kick sand um, because of the terrible
Through the
marketing
pooch
campaign
earlier.
and ugly car
Yeah.
designs. But yeah, this is
So in Europe,
what have they sold? I think they've sold like
Europe,
24 cars or something like that.
Europe,
The entire continent.
49 cars in April of 2025. 49.
The entire continent. An
A
entire continent.
97.5% decrease. 49.
49 cars on an entire continent.
I would not like to be that salesman who closed only 49 cars on a continent in an entire month.
Ouch. That's
Oh,
tough, man.
yeah. So
And
EVs is
Jaguar.
not the way forward for them. Yeah, call us up. I got you to fix. First of all, you got to split it from Tatas. We've got to get people together to invest and buy Jaguar Land Rover out of Tatas. Now, I like Tatas, but not the Indian company.
Oh, dude. If there
So
was
we
an
need
investment syndicate, if there was an angel syndicate that came together and said, "Look, this is all private funding. We're coming together. We're gonna buy Jaguar. We don't even need Land Rover. We just want Jaguar from Tatas."
Well, see, here's what you do is you take both at a bargain because it's not making. They sold 49 effing cars in Europe, so they can't come by. I'm like, we're worth 20 trillion. They can't do that because you sold 49 cars, dude. So you've killed the brand. It's not
Yep.
worth much. You should be able to pick us up at a steal. Now, what you do is now you split the company and you sell Land Rover / Range Rover off to GM or Ford or somebody.
Right. That's
Boom.
it.
Now you've got operating capital and you've eliminated the debt that you just had. So you've fulfilled you can get your purchase price back out of just that part of the brand. Then you can develop Jaguar the way it needs to be freaking done.
Right. Now, David, here's a question. This is maybe a controversial question. Are you ready for this question?
I'm ready.
Hypothetically, in a completely hypothetical, simulated world conversation, you and I get enough investors to buy Jaguar and make it a privately owned company, developed the way it totally should. Should Jaguar then continue as a traditionally British brand, or do we make it an American brand?
Well, that's a good question.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's a big part of it.
And this would be a political overhaul for them too. It's like you wanted to continues to be a British brand, then we need a Britain to go to.
Ouch.
Right now, you don't have it.
The country is in, I don't want to say shambles.
It's got some issues.
It's got some issues. It's got some issues. They got some splaining to do.
Yeah, they got some deporting to do.
All right, let's move on. Let's move on. All right. So
It's like,
Jaguar.
and moving on.
Alan says, I'm in, take my money. And that's the thing. Look, if the right person with the right connections came
Yeah.
together with all of his millionaire, billionaire buddies and said, dude, let's fucking buy Jaguar. They
Yes.
could make this happen within a week. They can make it happen within a week.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it would be, it would be the
David, you actually
the
personally know,
return.
you personally know, may or may not personally know,
I cannot
someone
comment or
who owns
speculate.
one of the best car collections in the world, who happens to be here in Central Ohio.
Yeah,
You
it's a
gotta
great
start
car
making some
collection.
phone calls, man.
I don't think that's the stuff. He's more real estate these days, but but the idea is the thing is the return on this is astronomical.
Yeah.
And if you were to flip it, let's say it can't be a British company anymore because of other extenuating circumstances, then all right, it's an American brand.
Jaguar,
I
American,
don't see a
and
problem
that
with
was
that.
kind of where I was hoping it would go. Can you imagine Jaguar as
Jaguar
an American
America.
brand, dude?
Yeah.
It would explode, like in a good way. In a
Yeah.
good way. It would be it would be one of the biggest. It would be one of the biggest car phenomena in automobile history.
Yeah.
It really would be.
Yeah.
If a bunch of billionaires or millionaires at least got together and said, "Dude, let's get together. We're forming an angel syndicate. We're going to buy Jaguar. We're going to make this happen. Turn this train wreck around." It'd be
Yeah.
huge. Anyway,
Yeah.
I had
I
to
mean,
throw
it
that
would
in there. I thought you'd like
it would
this.
crush. Yeah, it would be. I mean, it would be. I mean, you could bring back. I mean, because it's got such a legacy,
Bring
it's
back
got
the
such a
classic models, man.
pedigree.
Update and bring back the classic models. That's
Yeah.
And here's what you do. You mentioned this a long time ago. Maybe you don't even sell any cars for, normal buyers for the first few years. Maybe the first
Yeah.
decade. You make a very
Yeah.
limited
First
run
4 or 5
of
years.
your classic models or
And they're
your racing models.
nothing. Yeah. They're nothing but racing.
Yeah.
They are racing. They're racing, and you build it out of racing. Guess somebody else did that too, and it's probably the most sought after cars on the planet.
Right. If you went a decade without selling any consumer level cars, you only did custom models and racing cars, dude, the FOMO would just it's eating itself
Yeah.
alive. There's so much FOMO. By the
Yeah.
way, Alan says again, I'm in.
Yeah.
Alan, let's make some
So
phone calls, man. Let's make it happen.
So look at this. So the only cars that are allowed to go to collectors have a racing pedigree
Mhm.
because those are the most sought after collectors' cars.
Sure.
Is something that won this race or won that race. Now we can go back and in that same breath, we can revive some of the tracks.
Right.
And
Oh,
if
yeah.
those tracks have been completely done, we rebuild those tracks and we do it all over again and take auto racing back to its I don't want to say glory days because I mean there's some pretty fancy uh glory holes out there for racing cars, right? The F1's full of glory holes.
That's
Um
that's a technical term there.
that's me that's just me poking fun at F1, but we're not talking about F1. We're not talking about these crazy, tuned machines that have more downforce than forward force, right? No, we're talking about cars that could run and will run on the streets, but are developed on the road and then or on the track. And then, in I would say give it 3 to 5 years of that, and then start rolling out the production models. That gives you time to build a little bit of history, let people know, hey, you're absolutely serious about this.
Yeah.
And then again, I don't want a Jaguar dealership on every corner. I want maybe a state the size of New York. I might want 2 possibly
Oh yeah,
3,
and
but more
it
likely
needs to be
2.
exclusive.
All of Massachusetts, you get 1. It's if you want a Jaguar, you want to buy it new, you've got to go get it.
Well, you know what I'm thinking of. What this reminds me of this conversation is when we went to the Corvette,
Yeah,
uh,
the National Corvette
the
Museum, the racetrack
Corvette
down there.
Museum, and they had the, the
Yep.
the Corvettes that people purchased were lined up in the museum there with the name of the buyer,
Yeah.
and they had to come pick it up from the museum. Like it was a real it was an event when somebody came to pick up their new Corvette,
I mean, you could go. This is
and
a
they got to
freebie
race it
out
on the
there.
track. It was a whole thing.
Yeah, this is a freebie out there for car manufacturers because I know they all watch us. Uh, leave the emblem off. Make it Eddie proof, and we all know Eddie, right? Eddie's the guy that can screw up anything. So
Yeah.
you got to make it Eddie proof, and the customer. So the car is not complete until that emblem's on, and they're the ones who gets to place that
Ooh, see, I like.
last emblem.
Yeah,
So there's something you can do there because I helped build my car. My
it's
car
the
was not
little
complete
details like
until
that. Yeah.
I built it. And then I got to take my freshly built car and I got to go put it on a track, or I got to take delivery here or there. And you could make it an event. So anyway, gee, Christmas, we're 10 minutes after 10 and haven't gotten to the topic tonight. So let's
No,
get over there. Jaguar, good move. You should have fired a lot of people, um, because
yes,
they absolutely deserve to be fired.
it should have been done a
Um,
long time ago, but yeah.
B, no decisions about Jaguar should be being made in India. None.
It
It
should be a
just
British. It should always have maintained a British brand. Look, Tata's. If you want to buy Jaguar, that's fine. Keep it a British brand.
Yeah. And it needs to stay there, which means you can't have people that don't have that mindset. It's not trying to be rude or anything, but you can't have people that have an efficiency driven mindset running a luxury brand, because
Look,
luxury
not efficient.
is by definition not efficient.
It's effective, but it's
There's 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 no efficiency to it. There's nothing about it that's supposed to be efficient.
right.
I want a Jaguar that gets 8 miles to the gallon, but sounds like absolute badass.
And it's a monster. Yeah, exactly. That's
Yes.
exactly it. No, you're
Yeah.
100% right.
And
So let's make some phone calls. Let's make this happen. We were. Let's be the brains behind bringing Jaguar back, and maybe make it an
and
American
Pizza
brand.
Hut.
And Pizza Hut. Yeah, you're still in on the Pizza Hut.
I'm still all in on Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut can come back, man. They need to get a hold of me as
Pizza Hut.
fast as possible, but
Look,
we can bring
I have a lot of
we
good
can
memories.
bring Pizza Hut back.
Pizza Hut was great. You know the tabletop Pac-Man tables, eating your pizza off the
Yeah.
Pac-Man tables while you're playing Pac-Man. Yeah, it's a thing.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
That's how old we are.
So, yes. Let me get my cane.
that your daughter thinks you use.
Yeah.
All right. So
I had a better view when my cute wife came in here earlier, but she left. Anyway, you're talking about investing, right? That's
yes.
kind of the core of tonight's.
Well,
And
go ahead.
and
I'm not sure where this is going here.
no, it's that risk to reward.
It is.
When people tell me and they go, "Oh, well, I could lose $100,000, or I could lose $5,000, or I could lose $200." Now, this is not for gambling, okay? So let's not let's not play that game. I'm not talking about going to casino. Who was it? FedEx or UPS or Ryder or somebody that did something along those lines and gambled everything to make it through. I'm not talking that. I'm talking betting on something you've done some research on,
Mm-hmm.
has a good game plan or a business plan,
Mm-hmm.
and putting money into something. You need to be a little less stingy with those dollars than what you would be with your regular discretionary dollars.
Well,
And
you know,
you've got
that's
some
well,
numbers that are included. You've got some number. No, no, no. You've got some numbers that are included in today's show
I do.
that prove that.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
So
So investing is interesting. So usually I find these topics when they're things that I'm personally dealing with, and one of my companies is in a fundraising phase. So naturally, I'm thinking about fundraising. I'm thinking about investors and their mindset and what gets them going. And it got me thinking about Uber. Man, Uber. I know you still haven't seen it yet. You need to find. I think it's on maybe Hulu. There's a no, it's on Netflix. I think. There's a series called a miniseries called I think it's called Super Pumped. It's about the founding of Uber and how the guy who founded this company was a major, literally one of the biggest assholes in the entire world, and he just gloats about how big an asshole he is throughout this movie or this series. But you know, when you actually dig into the numbers of Uber, how it got started, they got started with very small investment numbers, and they got started with a lot of people, big investors, turning them down because people are like, why am I gonna invest in a company that's a taxi company? Is it I'm paying for taxis? What's happening here? This already exists. When you have a new idea, something that's never been done before, and you try and convince investors to say, hey, this is a good investment, and they don't quite understand if this is such a good idea, why has nobody done it before? Well, and you need to explain it's an education thing, right? So we'll get into the numbers, but I find it really interesting, especially when there's a brand new idea on the market, and you need to sort of wrap your brain around how to approach it. Because the thing is, the second you get one investor, other people are going to jump on board. The trick is getting those first couple investors to say, yeah, this is going to happen. This is going to be big. But there's a phrase I like to use that it's not politically correct, but it's accurate, which is pioneers get the arrows, settlers get the land. When you have a brand new idea, you're going to get a lot of arrows, man. You're going to get everybody's going to be trying to shoot your idea down. They're going to be trying to take you out. But the second you lay down a stake and you say, this is it, this is happening, you're a settler, that land is yours. You have that market share. And that's when everybody jumps on board and says, yep, this is the new territory, let's make it happen. So let's jump into some numbers. Let's find out the story about Uber and how some of their investments just turned them into literally one of the biggest companies in the entire world.
all I know about Uber is when Family Guy signed up to be an Uber driver. That's it.
I didn't see that one. Was it Peter?
And yeah, yeah. Uh, it does not paint it in in a flattering light. Let's just say that. But I will say this: my Uber bill would actually make a lot of people blush.
Well, because you don't take David, you don't take normal Ubers.
I'm a big guy,
You get
and
the big giant SUV Uber Black, like really nice. And I don't blame you. I mean, they're fantastic. It's better than hopping in somebody's tiny little, Geo. Bring
exactly.
down the street.
So I called an Uber once, and they pulled up. They rocked up with a Nissan Sentra, which is this tiny ass little car,
Right.
and I'm on all fours climbing in and out of this damn thing. There's no graceful way for a guy that's 6 foot tall, fat. I'm going to say that.
You're
And I have got laptops, and I've got bags, and I've got no. So I'm like, no, I don't drive a itty bitty little car at home.
Yeah.
I'm not going to ride in the back of an itty bitty little car anywhere I go. So no. But my Uber, my Uber bill, the worst I've ever done. I did one trip. It was I was at World Trade Center 4 down in Manhattan, and I was Ubering back out to a spot on Long Island. It was $289 one way.
Okay.
For one Uber ride. $289. That's my worst one yet. So Uber's got a lot of has made a lot of money off of me.
Alan says Subway is cheaper than Uber.
You ain't get me on a Subway, Alan.
So Alan, I was
We almost died.
Subway. David refused to ride the Subway. I didn't get a chance. I missed out.
No, you missed out. All you got was chartered around in Uber Blacks in the back of Escalades and Tahoes and whatever the Ford Excursions and Expeditions and stuff.
It was pretty comfortable. I got to admit, there wasn't.
It was rough. It was rough on us.
There was no random homeless guy masturbating in the corner. It was pretty great.
Well, that was just me.
Let's move on. All right, so
He's like, and moving on.
then moving on. So 15 years ago, uh, Uber was struggling to get their first seed investment of, and this sounds like a lot, $1,025,000, $1,250,000, which it's as far as startups go, that's not a ton, but for the average person, that's a lot. But today, that initial investment of $1.25 million has made this company worth over $150 billion. That's gigantic. Billion with a B. It's huge. So while they struggle at first, we're going to go into who turned him down, who gave him some seed money. But man, if you could invest $10,000, just $10,000 in Uber today, it would be worth millions. And who wouldn't do that? But the same thing goes with look at Bitcoin. If you go back to 2010 and you spent $1,000 on Bitcoin, you'd be a multimillionaire.
Oh, I just watched the Big Bang Theory episode about Bitcoin,
Oh no.
and they were talking, oh, we mined a lot of it, and it was funny to me because they're like, it's like $5,000 a coin now, and I'm sitting here thinking
right now, they're all millionaires.
Just think about it. If they had hundreds of them then at 5,000, now it's trading at what, around 100K?
Over 100. Over 100,000.
Let me take a quick look,
look
because
that up while we're
it's
talking.
always pinned up on here.
So I
Maybe
remember-
later.
Yeah, so I remember, I think it was back in 2010, maybe a little earlier, where in college, so I had some college buddies. I still live in a college neighborhood. So, one of my buddies was like, hey, there's a thing you can do with your computer. You set it up so you can mine these things called Bitcoins. Basically, your computer's always on, it's always processing, and you're building these things called Bitcoins. And it's amazing. You're basically making money while you're at work. And I'm like, what do you do with these things? He's like, oh, you can go on like the dark web, you can buy drugs and stuff. And I'm like, I don't want to buy drugs online. What are you talking? I don't even do drugs, let alone buying them online.
Yeah, trading at $92,565
I
right
thought
now.
it was well over 100,000 still. All right.
Yeah,
So
but still $92,000 at $5,000.
Pretty decent.
I mean, yeah, even if you had, even if you'd bought it when it was 5K,
yeah,
it's $97,000, and it's
Yeah.
good stuff. All right, so you're trading Bitcoin, and you were
so
getting
my-
sexual favors from a hobo online. Got it.
Yeah. So while I'm getting sexual favors from a hobo online, my buddy was telling me about this thing called Bitcoin that you can just mine. Your computer does this thing while you're at work, and at the time it was like 75 cents per coin. And I'm like, that's it. I mean, I guess I don't want to leave my computer running all the time. It's not worth my energy or time. What am I going to do with it? I don't want to buy drugs online. In the meantime, again, Bitcoin was super easy to mine. Anybody with a really shitty laptop could do it. And there were 75 cents per coin. Imagine if I had just had the foresight to mine a few coins, or just leave my laptop running for absolutely no reason, and I got this bank of a few hundred Bitcoin over the course of a year.
So I don't know if you remember this. It might have nothing to do with it, but there was a thing that when I had my, I think it was the Xbox 360 came out, there was a thing you could do with your Xbox 360 and link it to, it was some college, and I thought it was up north, northeast, um, Yale or Princeton or something along those lines, that it would just basically, it allowed them to use the processing power of your entertainment system.
I remember that.
To run computation and calculations. I wonder whatever happened with that. Or did they just all sign it up and they just mined a buttload of Bitcoin?
Yeah, geez, can you imagine? So again, back along this weird tangent here.
Yeah, we're way off the fucking rails.
I've been seeing this company advertise on Instagram lately, where they sell a small processor that's basically hyped up, a souped up Raspberry Pi essentially. That's constantly processing Bitcoin.
Standalone miner. Yep.
And the way they market it, though, of course, this thing doesn't have nearly the processing power to actually mine a Bitcoin, but it has the processing power to constantly generate these random numbers that equate to a part of the blockchain. And the way they market it is that it's basically a constantly running, never-ending lottery ticket. Because the
Yeah,
second,
exactly. It's a lottery.
so the chances of it mining an actual Bitcoin are very, very low. But if it does, you're lucky.
Yeah,
it paid
yeah.
off.
One,
But anytime you
if
pay
you were
$5 and it's running
so
an
if
entire
you have a yeah, right now what it is wow, today's episode about Uber is now about Bitcoin. You know what? Let's save Bitcoin for another night. Let's get
let's do
back
it.
to Uber.
All right, so Uber. All right, so Travis Kalanick and Garrett Camp co-founded this company, and at first they couldn't find any investors. Mark Cuban, Gary Vaynerchuk, they both other big investors turned these guys down twice. They said there's no future in this. We're not. Why would we invest in a taxi company? Taxis already exist. Both these guys, and these guys are pretty risky investors. They invest in some weird stuff, man. So despite all these setbacks, they
Yeah.
kept going. And again, a $10,000 investment, which, they were taking $10,000 investments at the time, would be worth millions now. A massive return on the risk. So, what it comes down to is these two guys, Travis Kalanick and Garrett Camp, they had to become not tech people. They had to become not business owners. They had to become what David is, a really good salesman, an educator. They had to go to these investors and educate them that Uber isn't it's not a taxi company. It's a premium product. It's on-call taxis. It's when you want a ride somewhere, you just use the app, you get where you're going. You don't have to hail a taxi. You don't got to call a number. It's there when you need it. And since
Yeah.
these people are working for essentially for you, they're going to give you a better service than a taxi will. You're not going to have some weird dude who smells like 3-day old um, whatever kind of food, showing up and
Good catch.
I'm trying to be nice here, but you're gonna get good service is what I'm trying to say. And this is what they had to do. They had to
See,
educate
see,
people.
Alan, that's what I say. You hit a button, it comes to you, and then takes you where you want to go. I don't gotta walk to the subway, go downstairs. I don't have to fend off the rats. I don't have to do any of that. I don't have
Hey,
to fight the Ninja Turtles to get on the train
Alan says the
and then
subway is
go.
fantastic. No traffic in the subway, he says.
Oh yeah, none at all. None at all until like me, guys, tries to go through the little spinny thing. No. I thought I was at a county fair going down through there. It's like click, 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 click.
All right, so Uber success is a prime example of how a small idea can disrupt an entire industry. So again, I highly recommend everybody go watch the miniseries Super Pumped. It's like 6 episodes, but part of at least a couple episodes are dedicated to the idea that taxi companies came and even to this day are still trying to sue the shit out of Uber, trying to put these guys out of business because it disrupted an entire industry and
Do
small
better.
and that's what it comes down to. That's what it comes down to.
Hey, taxi companies, create your app. Just be what Uber is. I mean, it's there's nothing necessarily proprietary about what Uber's doing.
Right. So that's the thing. So I forget who said this. Man, and this is gonna be a terrible paraphrase, but there's no such thing as luck. And we did a whole episode on there's no such thing as luck, and I got a lot of pushback. There's no such thing as luck.
Not for me, you didn't.
There's only a combination of timing and preparation, and that's what it comes down to. Timing and
Chance favors the prepared mind.
and that's what it comes down to. So this story, it's not about luck. It's not even really about good timing. It's about the power of innovation and just smart investing, seeing an opening in the market, moving into it. And I'm gonna bring up some of the numbers of some of the investors. But some of the key takeaways from this are going to be, just the power of making your vision a reality, and that can be a daunting task. Again, David, from our very first episode doing this, I said everybody out there has had $1 million idea. Every single one of us.
We've said that from episode 1, and we've said it probably a dozen to 2 dozen times since.
Now,
Everybody's walking around with that $1 million idea in their
what
head.
separates the success stories from those who just forget about it and move on with their lives is the ability to keep pushing. the innovation, the ability to go out there and drive and put your money where your mouth is. It's hard to do, man. I'm working on it right now, and it is really really hard. But when you have an idea and you know it's a success, you got to push for it, because if you don't, you're always going to be that person who says, "What if?" You're always going to be that person who says, "Hey, that cool idea, that thing that's happening over there, yeah, I invented it. I just, I thought of it first." Well, then why is Zark Muckerberg a billionaire and you're not? Well, I had stuff to do.
Yeah.
I would
There
rather
was
eat pizza and smoke pot, which I don't. By the
there
way,
was
I don't. I'm just saying that's what people
there
say.
was a sign. It might be on my other phone. I might have done it on the iPhone today. I seen a picture that it was a sign that you could put up. It basically encapsulated what you were just saying. It's like, you know, planning is not success, or something along the lines of it had something to do with planning versus action. You know, thinking about things, that's great. You need to have an idea, but an idea that's never acted on, why even
Right,
bother? It's not an idea at that point.
right, and that's
You can't
it.
you can't come back and be like, well, I had that idea. Did you
then
though?
then and maybe you did, but did you do anything with it?
Yeah.
I don't know. So
No, the answer is no. If you're at that point, that means no, you didn't do shit.
let's check out some of the investments that got Uber.
Yes. Yes, because I seen these and I was like, oh, this really drive home to certain people, you know, uh, how this is going to, what the importance of identifying and actually investing money for real growth. You don't work your whole life to become a multimillionaire. That's not how it works. You gotta find that thing. And Uber, for these folks right here, for some of these folks, was definitely that thing.
Right,
So
and
let's start at the top, and then let's see what these low dollar
actually,
investments
I
would
want
have
to
been.
start at the bottom, at the lowest investments, and go all the way up.
All right. All
So
right
this
then.
actually starts at the bottom. Actually, this started when they had a different company. So they originally, the two guys who founded Uber, they originally had a different company, and they received $5,000 from Orrin Michaels. The entrepreneur co-founded a software startup called Mashery and sold it to Intel later for in 2023. With a $5,000 investment to the two guys who founded Uber, this is paid off as more than almost a $25 million investment. That's a hell of a return, man. A
Yeah.
$5,000 investment in these two guys with their first company when they sold to Intel. Uh, this Orrin Michaels made back almost $25 million. $5,000. I'd give $5,000 right now. I would go take out a bank loan to give somebody $5,000 if I knew I'd get that kind of return.
Yeah. Yeah. $5,000 investment, $25 million return. Oh, yeah.
Right. Here's another one.
I'll
Mike
take that.
Walsh. Mike Walsh, the founder of a business software startup and early investor in Salesforce. Mr. Walsh is now a general partner at seed fund Structure Capital. So he actually did initially invest in Uber. He gave $5,000, and again, he has seen the same return, almost a $25 million investment. Unbelievable. And look, I'm working on a startup right now. $5,000. I spent $5,000 this week. I'm not even joking. You burn through that money really fast, but look at the return on a really good investment.
Yeah.
A really good investment.
I happen to think that your opportunity here is actually probably greater than what Uber's is.
Look, I'm not going to go in here about what we're working on unless people specifically
I'm
want
not
to hear.
either.
But
I'm not either. I'm just saying that
we
your
have
market is
an
larger than
idea.
Uber.
Our company is going to be, if I can execute it correctly, if we can execute it
Uno
correctly.
momentos. We need to make a small correction there. When he says ours, I don't have anything to do with it. I
No,
just
no, no.
happen to know
I don't
what it
mean
is.
ours. I mean mine and my partners. I don't mean David. I mean mine and
Yeah.
my business partners. And by business partners, I mean most. I'm doing a lot of the legwork, but look, it's a team effort. It's all a team effort.
I usually just say, "Oh, my partner." When I talk about you on this show, I'm like, "Oh yeah, my partner and I have a thing." I'm like, "Not that kind of partner."
David and I have been at many restaurants, and
Yes.
we say, "Oh, we're partners," and we have to
Yeah.
explain. Maybe we should
Yeah.
stop explaining and just embrace it, David. Be like, you know what?
Now, so then I just switch over and be like, "Oh, it's our anniversary. Can we get a free dessert?"
Right, exactly. Oh man. Let's move on before we get into trouble. All right,
No,
so
I'm going to get myself in a little bit more trouble. I was in Connecticut years and years ago, back when I was with the old company I was with,
all right,
and we're in New Haven, and I got this guy that is a great friend of mine. His name's Brian, and I've worked with him for at that point for a very long time. And it was back in 2017. It was back in 2017, when we go up there. We're doing a training. We're going through some stuff for the company now that I work for now, and we're at dinner, and every night we're at dinner, they're like, "Oh, how are you guys doing?" We're like, "Oh, we're doing great. Thanks. We're celebrating our anniversary." Every night, the first
yeah,
night, I mean, he kind of looked like, "I can't believe you said that," but we got free dessert.
there you go.
The second night I did it again, we got free dessert. And after that, he's like, "It's our anniversary. We're getting free dessert." So, yeah,
Yeah, he's
so just
embracing.
go out whenever you're out, just tell them it's your anniversary, free dessert.
Look,
I
I'm
mean,
okay with
come
that.
on.
You're not lying. You are partners, sort of.
Free's my favorite color, man.
That's awesome. I approve.
Okay.
Here's another
Yeah.
one. Jason Calacanis from Sequoia Capital gifted Mr. Calacanis the money as part of a secretive scout program. So this is something else. So these different investment firms um, will secretively, not even publicly, say, "Hey, we're giving this company money." They actually have teams of people going out to these companies and doing sort of not under the table, but not not publicly saying, "Hey, we're
Not
going
with
full
pomp
bore
and
on this company."
circumstance.
Right, exactly. They gave $25,000. $25,000. That's not a huge amount, and that return was $124 million. I would call that a win.
Yeah.
Sean Fanning, an icon of the. If you know the Napster story, he was one of the creators of Napster. $25,000. Again, $124 million return. Jason Port, same thing. EarlySportsline.com employee said, "Hey, I got $25,000. I'll give you. I'll take a chance on this." I would call that a pretty decent return. And these are all very small amounts so far: $5,000, $5,000, $25,000, $25,000. Let's move up to the $30,000 here. Jason Spear, a blogger and brand strategist. He gave $30,000. It's his return was $148.9 million. Unbelievable. Let's see. Cyan, and
Cyan.
Scott. Cyan, is it Cyan? Is it Cyan?
Cyan.
Cyan. There you go. Cyan and Scott Bannister, married entrepreneurs, learned of Uber on their way to an airport in a lively cab, whose driver explained the order by app and gave them Mr. Graves' business card. They actually heard about this from a cab driver who was
In a
talking
cabbie.
about it, just word of mouth in a cab. They invested $50,000. They made back almost $250 million in return. I mean, that is a beautiful story right there. That's amazing. I would love to talk to those two. That's incredible.
Yeah. That's
Same thing.
awesome.
Michael D. Capper Trust Family.
So hold up. Back to the cabbies, and this goes back to the Uber drivers as well. I don't
Yep.
know if you guys get them or if everybody gets them, but I get a lot of business cards from these folks.
Sure.
It depends on where I'm going. It depends on our conversation. They'll usually give me a business card for them so I can reach them directly.
Yeah.
And they can take my cards and everything, and I don't have to pay the Uber fees. I mean, I still pay. I just order through Uber anyway,
Right.
because I don't mind. It's very easy. And Uber, I've got a little bit of customer service there if I have to. But then then they'll give me cards for other people as well. Like, "Oh, I had this guy. He left me these cards in case I ever ran across somebody like XYZ." I'm like, "All right, cool," and I get those. And I've used them, and I've done fairly freaking well with some leads I've gotten from my Uber drivers.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And
So
that's the thing.
just like this with the cabbie, yeah.
These cabbies, these Uber drivers, they're talking to people who are riding in their cars. They hear things, they learn things.
Yeah.
They it's like the old stories about a bartender who just sits there and talks to people all day. They learn stuff, man. They know people.
And probably will be for life. La da 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 da. Oh, I thought we were gonna drink and
I
sing.
don't know what that means,
It
but
was Piano Man by Billy Joel.
what does that have to do with the cab driver,
It was a bartender.
the bartender? There's a bartender.
Gets you drinks for free.
Does he know people who invest?
Have you ever heard? Have you
Wait,
ever heard
what does
Billy
that do with
Joel's Piano
bartenders
Man?
giving investment advice? Is this
It
is this?
doesn't. It gave us an opportunity to sing, and I thought that's what we were doing. We agreed to this.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Yeah. Jesus,
Yeah.
man. Come on.
We're on different
Drink
pages.
more beer.
Different pages here. I do
Different
need to.
Oh, I jumped the script. Okay. We're singing
seeing-
later.
We're seeing time and time again. So going all the way up to Garrett Camp. Garrett Camp invested some of his money, $220,000. He made from selling Stumble Upon, I don't know what that means, on eBay in 2007. His overall stake based on Uber's IPO price was worth, wow.
Big number.
Uh,
What's that?
right.
I can't see. It's very small numbers.
His overall stake.
I don't have my cane with me. So 1.09.
1.09, but at the time, so it's fluctuated since then. But at the time, when he invested $220,000 based on Uber's IPO price when they eventually went public, was worth $3.7 billion. Currently, it's worth $1.09 billion. So it's gone down a little bit. But at the time of IPO, $3.7 billion for his 220.
Yeah, I'm not going to complain if I walk away from a $220,000 investment with 1B.
Yeah, that's decent. I would call that an okay way to spend your money.
He's all right.
It's okay.
Some
man.
investments good, some investments shit. This was good.
This was very good. Yeah. So look, if look, two ways to look at this. If you are trying to create a business and you're trying to find a founder or trying to find an investor because you're a founder, it becomes an education game. You need to convince the investors that you are going to give them a good return because they're not going to bet on somebody. It's a bet. It's a gamble. They're not going to put their money down on the table on what they don't think is a sure bet. That's it. So it's an education game. And if you have some investment money sitting around, if you got $5,000-$10,000, and you do hear about a really good, unique idea, first do your homework, do your due diligence. Don't be an idiot and put your money in any idiot's pocket.
Yeah.
But find something that's unique. Find something that's new that you think fills the market, fills a niche that's never been filled before. David, I know where you're thinking with that. But a $5,000 investment in Uber brought back almost $25 million in return. I would call that a good use of $5,000. I think most of us would have taken that bet.
To be honest, I was thinking about the franchise opportunities that you and I were talking about with the cookie thing. And I will not say any more. So don't ask
different
me.
Story altogether.
Which is a whole different business that West and I are talking about.
And that's a future idea. My current idea has nothing to do with cookies. But it's a big opportunity.
Yeah, your computer needs cookies. I'm gonna throw them off the scent real quick.
There you go. There you
go. But when this thing launches and the franchise opportunities that go with it, I mean, hell, that's how I'm buying my island. That's my plan.
There you go.
That is my plan. I'm buying my island. I'm building my house.
So basically,
it's gonna be great.
Basically, the moral of the story is the guys who founded Uber, they knew they had a gold mine. They knew they had it. They knew this was the idea that was going to change an entire industry, and they kept going. And they grinded. It should be ground, but I don't think that works in this case. They grinded as hard and as far as they could go. They ground as hard and as far as they could go. And they built this thing against all odds into a multi-billion-dollar company. It's a really great story. I really recommend going and watching the miniseries Super Pumped. Terrible name. Um, it makes the founders look
Makes
like
me
complete
think that
assholes, and they
Arnold.
own it, and they own it. But dude, it just shows you how hard you need to work to build something. But if you have an idea, you got to keep going, man, because this is what you can do. With a couple five thousand
Yeah, we've
dollar investments, you can build from there.
we've said for I can actually say this now. We've said for years because, gee, many Christmas. How long? We're over 5 years, right? We did our
We're
5 year,
five and a half
right?
years. Oh yeah,
Yeah, we're 5.5 years into this. So we've been saying for years that nobody loves your business like you do.
that's it.
So when the one aspect of that is your employees are not going to be the same. Your employers are not going to think of it the same.
Hmm.
They're really there for the paycheck. You've got a lot more into it. You've got blood, sweat, tears, passion, creativity, um, uh, and a lot of stuff tied up into this. They've got a paycheck tied up into
Right.
this.
That's it.
So there's that aspect of it, and then there's the aspect of it of actually, believing in what you're doing.
Right.
And that is step from a getting a good employee to getting a great investor. That's kind of step one is, I mean, you need to own it. You need to believe it, and then you need to sell it.
And that's it.
You
So
just sell it.
so this thing that I'm working on now, I've actually lost a couple of investors because one of their main questions during the interview process is, "All right, so what's your exit strategy?" And my first response is, "I don't have an exit strategy. I'm not looking to build and sell this company. I'm looking to
Yeah.
build this company into the next unicorn. This is $1 billion opportunity. I'm not looking to sell for a couple $1 million. I'm going to build this as far as
Multiple
we can build
billions.
this thing. Oh yeah, we're going to build this thing as far as we can take it. I'm not going to sell this company." And the rest of the conversation went perfectly polite, but the response I eventually got back was, "Yeah, we're looking for something that'll give us a quicker return." And my response is, "That's fantastic. It was great speaking with you." Internally, I'm like, "Well, good luck with that. Good luck with that."
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Because
There's,
that's not
and
what I'm
I mean,
after. I'm going to build this into what it can fully be.
we'll do this. I'll go into this part of it here in the future when we start talking about the book I'm putting together. I hate saying writing. I hate saying writing.
Yeah.
I hate to say that because I'm writing a book. I'm not writing a book. I feel like I should
You
be
got to wear your
wearing
monocle when you do it.
I feel like I should be wearing an ascot and smoking a pipe, and I guess the hat would work.
Hey, hey,
But
hey.
but I feel like I'm writing my book. In the part of the research is kind of the shell games that people are playing,
Hmm.
and I'm gonna call it out for what it is. I call it a shell game. Is they're moving stuff around, moving some debt, shoving some stuff over here, a lot of turnover, a lot of churn, and basically raising prices. So we see revenue coming up on the balance sheets, but we understand, from one side of it, we're actually losing market share. And that has happened with a lot of companies. And
Hmm.
for further details, you'll need to read my book. But once we get into that and we start launching and that book gets out there, then I'll probably bring that on and say, hey, this is one of the things. And it goes back to exactly what you're saying there. We're looking for a fast turnaround. We're looking for a quick bang on the buck. And guess what? That only lasts for so long. And then eventually you have to pay the piper.
That's it.
The bill comes due.
Right.
So you better be ready.
And you see that a lot. You see these really big companies that end up crashing and burning. They could have been, they went from a unicorn, $1 billion company, to being worth nothing. And, at the end, the CEO and the top people, they'll move on to another company and they'll be an upper mid-level person at another company. And they made their money at that one company and they didn't run it the right way. They didn't, maybe they sold before they should have. There's tons of stories about guys who, sold, $1 billion ideas for pennies on the dollar because they wanted a quick out. Look at the
Yep.
very early Microsoft people who sold out early. Look at the very early Apple people who sold out
Look,
early.
Apple. Yeah, I was going to say Apple.
Huge. There
Apple
are
is
people.
Apple has, I don't remember the name of the investor, but he was one of the original like 3 or 4. and he sold out super early.
Yeah.
And I bet that guy kicks him. I bet he.
There are people who will never forgive themselves for selling way too early.
Yeah.
You know, it's and that's part of it. You just got to keep on it, keep building. If you have a great idea and you know it's a great idea, keep on it, man. And one of your core responsibilities eventually becomes convincing other people, selling your idea to other people that this is the next big thing. And if it's a great idea, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. And that's where I am now, and that's what made me think of this topic idea. But the
Yeah.
story of Uber, it's a great story because it
Yeah.
just changed so much, and a lot of people can learn from what they've done.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Next week, we're going to be talking about the business of souffles.
Ooh,
Souffles.
I like that. Now, how can
Yeah.
you disrupt the souffle industry, David?
How can we do souffle? They did that. It was called the lava cake.
I've been to the
Ba-da-cha.
Kahiki. I've been to the Kahiki. I know what you're talking about. I'm in.
So so I follow a guy named Chef Jean Pierre. He's a French Italian chef,
Jean
and
Pierre, I would never.
yeah. So I watch his videos all the time, and I made his hot cocoa recipe
No.
ish because I clearly screwed something up because it's supposed to be a little thicker. It's supposed to be a little bit more, but I basically made one of the smoothest and most decadent chocolate like sauces that a man has ever created.
Okay. Okay.
Purely accidental. Trying to make hot chocolate last week, I think it was. So I
So you
I don't
didn't
know
make
where we're
hot
going with
chocolate.
this.
You made more of a like a sauce.
I'm yes. So I made like, and we poured it in glasses. I'm like, man, this is pretty thick. And I'm trying to drink it. I'm like, let me get my spoon to
I need
drink
to chew
this.
my hot chocolate, but it's a
Let me,
delicious sauce.
but it was. I got about half of mine, and I'm like, okay, that's enough. That's enough. But it was absolutely delicious. But
Okay.
it was not a hot chocolate. So
There you go. You mix that with
yeah.
some coffee, you got
So
yourself.
next week we're gonna have West in the kitchen with the souffle making chocolate lava cake. So don't
Okay.
forget to tune in next week.
Look, I still think
Could
we
be
need to do a kitchen show where you're making your steaks. We get Alan Lowe making his world famous deviled eggs. I'll make a souffle or a chocolate thingy.
You need
I
to
mean, you
get
know
your
I'm a great
you
chef.
need to
You're
take your wife. You need to take your kids to their grandparents because you said you had relatives in nearby or
yeah.
her family's nearby. You need to take your wife. Go to almost at Instagram. It's not Instagram. Firebirds. Go to Firebirds and order the appetizer deviled eggs.
We'll make it happen. We'll make it so. I'll let you know how
Excuse
it
me.
goes.
Yeah, I can't talk enough about this. I can't. I
Alan,
can't.
how do Alan's deviled eggs stack up against
So
fire?
yeah, well, I haven't had them yet, but we'll find out.
Alan
But
got some work
as
to do.
far as bang for your buck, and you've seen the steakhouses I go to, they
You
are
went to a few okay steakhouses, moderately
they're
fun.
they're up there,
You know,
right?
they're not York
I've
Steakhouse
been
level,
to
but
the
they're okay.
ones that there's that the York Steakhouse in on West Broad's the last York Steakhouse in the country. But I've been to the best ones that are world renowned, best steakhouses.
Yes.
Firebirds, which is a chain wood fired grill, is the best bang for the buck steakhouse out there.
Okay. Good to know.
Absolutely phenomenal.
Good to know.
Absolutely phenomenal.
Come back into
So
town, David.
you don't,
We'll,
yeah, you don't have to spend a ton. You can go and get a reasonably priced steak and tots. Wonderful. And
good to
deviled
know.
eggs.
Good to know. Let's make it happen. Let's make it
Yeah,
so.
we'll make it happen. All right. I've said my piece. Wes has said his piece. I've been David. He's been Wes. This has been the Underdog Journey. We'll see you guys next week, Thursday, 9 p.m. Until then, have a good week.
Make it so.